Sacred geometry. In the village library, Elora discovered an old, beautifully illustrated book on sacred geometry. The intricate patterns and symbols fascinated her, and she felt a deep curiosity to learn more about this ancient art. Sacred geometry, she learned, was the study of geometric patterns and shapes that underlie the structure of the universe. These patterns were believed to hold powerful spiritual and healing properties. Intrigued by the potential of sacred geometry to enhance her understanding of the world and her own spiritual journey, Elora decided to explore its principles and applications. She began by studying the book, immersing herself in the intricate designs and their meanings. One evening, as Elora was deep in her studies, Liora visited her. Liora noticed the book on sacred geometry and was immediately drawn to the beautiful patterns. "What is this?" she asked, her eyes wide with wonder. Elora smiled, happy to share her newfound passion. "This is a book on sacred geometry. It's the study of geometric patterns and shapes that are believed to hold spiritual and healing properties. These patterns can be found in nature, art, and architecture, and they reflect the underlying order of the universe." Liora was fascinated. "I've always felt drawn to patterns and shapes in my art. How can we use sacred geometry to enhance our understanding and spiritual growth?" Elora thought for a moment, then suggested they create their own sacred geometry artwork. "Let's start by drawing some of the basic shapes and patterns, like the flower of life, the seed of life, and the Sri Yantra. As we draw, we can meditate on the meanings and energies of these patterns." They gathered their art supplies and began to draw, letting their creativity flow. Elora explained the significance of each pattern as they worked. The flower of life is a symbol of creation and interconnectedness. The seed of life represents the beginning of life and the potential for growth. The Sri Yantra is a powerful symbol of the divine feminine and spiritual awakening. As they drew, they felt a deep sense of connection to the patterns and their meanings. The process was meditative and enlightening, and they found themselves immersed in the beauty and harmony of the shapes. After they finished their drawings, Elora suggested they incorporate the patterns into a meditation practice. "Let's place our drawings in front of us and focus on them as we meditate. Visualize the patterns coming to life, our spiritual growth and understanding." They sat in a comfortable position, placing their drawings in front of them. Elora guided Liora through a meditation, focusing on the sacred geometry patterns they had created. "Close your eyes and take a deep breath," Elora began. "Visualize the pattern in front of you. See the lines and shapes glowing with vibrant energy. As you breathe, imagine this energy flowing into you, filling you with its power and wisdom." Liora followed Elora's guidance, visualizing the intricate patterns and feeling their energy resonate within her. The meditation was deeply calming and illuminating, and she felt a sense of connection to the universal order represented by the sacred geometry. After the meditation, Liora opened her eyes, her face reflecting awe and tranquility. "That was incredible, Elara. I feel so connected and at peace. The patterns seem to come alive and infuse me with their energy." Elara nodded, feeling the same sense of wonder. Sacred geometry has a profound way of connecting us to the deeper aspects of the universe. It's like tapping into the blueprint of creation and aligning ourselves with its harmony. Inspired by their experience, Elora decided to share the practice of sacred geometry with the village. She organized a series of workshops, teaching the villagers about the patterns and their meanings. She showed them how to draw and meditate with these shapes, helping them connect to the spiritual and healing energies of sacred geometry. The first workshop was held in the village hall, which Elora transformed into a serene and inspiring space. She set up large tables with drawing supplies and placed examples of sacred geometry patterns around the room. The villagers were curious and excited to learn about this ancient art. Elora began by explaining the basics of sacred geometry. Sacred geometry is the study of the fundamental patterns and shapes that underlie the structure of the universe. These patterns are found everywhere in nature, from the spirals of seashells to the hexagons of honeycombs. They represent the underlying order and harmony of creation. She demonstrated how to draw some of the basic patterns, such as the seed of life and the flower of life. The villagers followed along, their eyes widening as the intricate shapes emerged on their paper. Elora encouraged them to focus on the process, letting the patterns unfold naturally. As they drew, Elora explained the spiritual significance of the patterns. The seed of life represents the potential for growth and creation. It's a symbol of new beginnings and infinite possibilities. The flower of life is a symbol of interconnectedness and the unity of all things. It reminds us that we are all part of a greater whole. After the drawing session, Elora led the group in a meditation, focusing on the patterns they had created. The villagers closed their eyes and visualized the shapes, feeling their energy resonate within them. The room was filled with a sense of peace and unity, as everyone connected to the deeper aspects of the universe. One participant, a woman named Iris, shared her experience after the meditation. "I felt a profound sense of calm and clarity," she said, her voice filled with emotion. "The patterns seemed to unlock something within me, like a deeper understanding of my place in the world." Another villager, named Theo, nodded in agreement. "I felt the same way. It's like the patterns connected me to something greater, something beyond the everyday worries and concerns. I feel more centered and at peace." Encouraged by the positive response, Elora continued to hold sacred geometry workshops, exploring more complex patterns and their meanings. She introduced the villagers to the Sri Yantra, the Metatron's cube, and the Vesica Pisces, each with its unique spiritual significance. As the villagers delved deeper into the practice of sacred geometry, they began to notice positive changes in their lives. They felt more connected to themselves and the world around them, experiencing greater harmony and balance. The practice became a cherished part of their spiritual journey, providing a source of inspiration and guidance. Elora's exploration of sacred geometry is a reminder that the universe is filled with patterns and shapes that reflect its underlying order and harmony. By connecting with these patterns, we can tap into the spiritual and healing energies that flow through all creation. Sacred geometry offers a profound way to understand the interconnectedness of all things and to align ourselves with the beauty and wisdom of the universe.